If you want to be a billionaire, then it's time to stop thinking like a millionaire. The path to millions and the path to billions are radically different. One is safe and steady, one is highly aggressive and risky. You need to understand the difference if you want to build wealth. I'm Grady Cool, CEO of Cool Wealth Management. I help people with their investments every day. There's so much advice out there that is good advice, but it can send you the wrong direction. For example, have you ever heard the advice that it's good to start investing when you're young so that it has time to start compounding? Technically, it's correct. The longer you invest your money, the longer it will have to grow, with the later years being where most of the growth comes from. But it misses a very important point. What if you need the money for something else? Another common piece of advice is investing in yourself. If your money is stuck in some investment, then how are you going to pay to invest in yourself? The most common example is college. How are you going to pay for college if all of your money is stuck in some investment? For some people, investing all their money early could be perfectly fine. For others, it could be a major issue. If you start as a plumber straight out of high school because your dad's been doing it his whole life, then yeah, investing right away is perfectly fine. Whereas if you are going to be a doctor, then yeah, you're going to need a lot of money for school. Are you starting to see how one piece of advice might be great for one person, but can be terrible for another? Not everything is going to be so clear-cut.
I just wanted the example to be easy to understand.
There will be times in your life where you have to make a difficult decision. You'll have too many options. To make a good decision, you need to know what you want and where your life is headed. What you're aiming for should dictate how you choose to spend your time, money, and energy. I didn't always want to be a business owner. I came into school assuming that I would be going into investment banking, making a ton of money working for somebody else. What was important to me was being able to earn enough money to live comfortably while being able to build a good reputation and know plenty of people for when I wanted to start a speaking and writing career later in life when I actually had something to say. For any of you familiar with investment banking, you can see why that probably didn't work out very well. So later on in college, I decided to start moving towards wealth management, which led me to want to start my own business. Before I knew that I wanted to start my own business, I actually had enough money that I could actually start to invest. So I stuck every free dollar I had into the stock market. Some of it was meant to be a learning experience, but I wanted my money working for me ASAP. Once I decided I wanted to start a business, I was in a bit of a bind. This was back in 2022. After inflation went up, interest rates went up, and the market took a big fat downturn. Wasn't crazy, but definitely a bit of a reset with the stock market. I was stuck with investments I needed to sell to be able to pay for my master's degree and to be able to start a business afterward, but I would have to take a massive loss if I wanted to be able to sell them. I viewed the opportunity cost of waiting years for the market to recover as not worth the cost of waiting years to start my master's degree in business, so I sold them. That means I got to start my business degree and start the business a lot younger, but realistically, if I could go back, starting freshman year of college, I definitely could have made a lot more progress with that amount of money knowing what I know now. This isn't meant to say that I have any sort of regrets. Most of what I paid is what I would call learning the hard way. What I want you to understand is if you are clear on what you want, how you invest your time, money, and energy will be much more effective. What advice to follow will be significantly more clear. If you're clear on what you want, let's talk about how I would actually become a multimillionaire. I would focus on increasing my income to a sustainable level and then investing everything that I possibly could. Even if you aren't going to be super career orientated or start your own business, usually early on in your career, there are a few steps you can take to greatly increase your income. For some, it's working extra hard at their current job. For some, it's going to school so that they can get a better job. For some, it's getting some sort of license so that they can have an almost completely different career. Whatever it is, I would start there. If I was staying in finance, I would go to a cheap university like ASU using in-state scholarships for decent grades, things like that. Then I would try and get some experience while I worked on my CFA, which you can get for a few $1,000s, and then I would just call it good there. After establishing a good source of income, I would be putting as much as I can into investments. I would start with a 401k and a Roth IRA, and depending on how much work I wanted to do, I might even consider a rental property or two. With this type of lifestyle, I would try to keep my expenses low, but still generally comfortable. My income should increase a little generally with inflation and the odd promotion every 5 to 10 years, so I wouldn't be trying to force myself to not spend a single cent because that just makes life miserable. This is what I would consider a steady and relatively safe path to millions. It's an option that a lot of people have if they can just keep their head on straight, keep doing what they need to do, and they don't have something come disrupt their life, whether that's a medical incident, some sort of family incident, or anything that generally just throws them off from their current life trajectory. This is what I would consider fitting for a lot of quote-unquote normal people. It will take a long time for the investments to grow, but then the investments don't take over your entire life. The path to billions is wildly different, though. If I wanted to be a billionaire one day, here's what I would do. First, I would accept the fact that I'm going to have to start a business because if you aren't born into riches, that is the most consistent way to become rich in the United States. Then I would pick a field that is highly scalable. Examples include finance, tech, and real estate. While it is possible to scale any business, it is significantly easier to scale a business that has high margins that can be increased with leverage. From there, I would gain some credibility and experience in the field working for somebody else, while saving as much as I can for startup costs of the business. Finally, I would start the business as young as I realistically can, while working on growing the business for the next 50 years. Every bit of extra money would go right back into the business, while I would be very stingy about trying to give away any equity for as long as I can until I need to be able to give away some of it for bringing on key employees who may demand it. I'll save the lecture on how to sustainably grow a profitable business in the long term for next time, but for now, there are a couple other points I really want to highlight. For one, if you start a business, there is a substantial risk that it will completely fail. While you will learn quite a bit from it, it will financially wreck you, and it will take years to recover. Second thing is, choosing this option means that it will completely take over your life for a significant portion of your life. Having lived through some of this now, I will say it's not always as bad as people make it out to be. Don't get me wrong. Not a billionaire by any means, not even close. But I have lived through a lot of the first steps that I just described, and if things go as I hope, maybe someday. But one thing I will say is through some of these first steps, I have noticed a few things. When you're in college, you can do a lot to progress your career in terms of extracurriculars and having excellent grades while still having a bit of a social life. When you are working in your field for a few years before you start your own business, there are plenty of jobs where they don't want you to work ridiculously hard. They want you to show up, do your job, and that's it. They don't want you going up and above and beyond because it takes more effort for them to help you in that situation. This makes it so that during some of those years, you do have time to actually have a bit of a social life. Even once you start the business, there will be weeks where you have to work 80, 100-hour weeks. But a lot of that work is just tedious crap that somebody's got to do. Somebody's got to put the office together, put the files somewhere, keep the data safe, etc. For sure not for everyone, but there is a lot more people can do with their life than most people want to give credit. Now, how do you decide which is for you? You need to know what you want. If you don't know what you want, then go try stuff and figure out what you want. It doesn't have to be a grandiose thing. If all you want is a wife, a couple kids, and some free time to enjoy, then great. Then you know what advice not to follow. All of this is to say, please be careful about what advice you listen to and make sure that it actually matches for your specific context.